I just want to happily vent about my BF. He was a literal basement gaming loser who played games all day and lived with his mom when I met him. Over time, he finally got a job full-time, got over his porn addiction that was ruining our relationship for almost a year, started going to therapy for said addiction, and has truly stepped up in becoming a father. Not only that, but his mom made nothing but freezer meals. He would only eat that, takeout, pizza, McDonald's, and ramen. So now he has a nutritionist to lose weight. He is doing incredible. His largest was almost 340 pounds, 5'9", and now he is down to 311. I am also trying to lose weight, and it's much harder for me. Getting on to the biggest thing he's done recently, I had an exhausting night with the baby. I let him sleep. And hardly got even 4 hours of sleep. Due to my condition, he let me sleep for a few hours even though he needed to do homework. Yes, he is also getting his degree so he can not only have a job he truly loves, but move from our hometown and provide for us. Well, I come downstairs as he comes to wake me up, and this man has made me breakfast. He's never done that before. I was so grateful and flabbergasted. He also bought me pajamas I desperately needed. All my other pajamas are either fit for summer, or are from when I was a teenager. I'm now 23, not to mention I've gained weight from the baby. He's really improved on who he is as a person, and I am so insanely proud of him. I just took a shower for the first time in a year. I've always been struggling with depression and as a result I developed an aversion to baths and showers. I'm not sure why, but every time I try, I'd always find some reason to back out of it. And if I didn't I'd end up just standing there staring at the wall and not actually washing myself. It got so bad I ended up thinking I got a tan but it was just dirt. I felt horrible, but this somehow just further decreased my motivation to shower. I thought it was too bad to fix, until today. I don't know what changed, but today when I tried, I just did it. I actually took a shower. I feel so happy as I'm typing this that I can look at my hands and see my real skin tone. I don't care that this is such a small thing, I'm proud of myself. I'm hoping this means I can get on track with other things I've been neglecting in terms of self-care. Like brushing my teeth and eating properly. Thank you for reading, and have a lovely day/night. My sister revealed a secret and I don't know what to do about it. So I, 28F, don't really know how to start this. So I'll start from the beginning. I come from a really dysfunctional family and always grew up around chaos, drama and abuse of all sorts. Being yelled at and living violence was our normal daily life. My two younger sisters, 24 and 21, are the daughters of the man making us live through hell and back. I'll call them respectively Anne and Steph, fake names. Growing up, I was always closer to Anne since we've been through the same type of abuse from the same man. Steph was my mom's favorite, so even though she lived some trauma too, it wasn't as much. Or so I thought. Becoming adults, things shifted. Anne moved to another city that was kinda close so I only saw her on holidays and that type of stuff. Steph though, we became closer every year. I realized she felt like being kept apart most of her life and despite living less violence than Anne and I, she went through her share load of BS too. Recently, I went to see her with my girlfriend and she felt comfortable to reveal some childhood secrets I didn't expect. Anne abused her from when she was 6 to when she turned 11. She never spoke about this to anyone. After 10 years, she finally felt secured enough in our relationship to talk about it. At first, I wasn't surprised really. Anne always had issues with being too sexual even when she was only 9 years old. She would be kicked out of schools because of her behavior, but we never thought she did that behavior at home. She told us Anne forced her to get eaten out, watch porn, learn how to have sex with men and women when she was only 6-ish years old and even more. To say I was shocked is an understatement. I still don't know what to do about it. I know Anne had sexual abuse going on with her birth mother and her father abused her in that way for 3-ish years. But I didn't know she repeated the pattern with my youngest sister. I'm torn between wanting to beat the sh out of her and understanding where she comes from. I'm not condoning at all what happened and what she did. Knowing everything she's been through, I understand why she did it. Hurt people they say, right? But what do you do when it's your sister? I want to tell my mom, but I don't want to make my already dysfunctional family implode even more than it did before. We were just starting to become united like a family is supposed to be. We were healing, slowly, but still. Now I just don't know what to do outside of being present for my baby sister and giving her all the support that I can. I'm too scared to leave my fiancé. I, 22F, am engaged to Eric, 43M. He was a family friend when I was younger, and I called him Uncle Eric. When I was 16, he started to change, calling me beautiful, pretty, mature and his personal favorite my love. My parents both were against his flirting, and banned him from our house and my phone. But I was an idiot teenager and thought I knew better, and would sneak out to see him. When I turned 20, he proposed to me, after we dated for a few years. My parents warned me, but I thought I found my fairy tale ending. I thought I managed to hook a hotter, older, rich man who had his life together. I said I wanted to wait for marriage and he agreed. I dropped out of college, because who needs to get a job when you have a financially stable husband who owns a good house and is high on the corporate ladder? I stopped talking to most of my friends because they always warned me he wasn't who I thought. Recently this last month found out I was pregnant, because my period was late. I thought he used condoms. I thought I was paranoid because I heard of men baby trapping their girlfriend or spouse, but checked the package of condoms anyway, and a few were open or had small pokes in them. I felt sick and anxious. He came home from work, and I told him about the child and he seemed off. Not excited or nervous, more like it was a matter of time. I tried to ask about abortion or adoption. He said I was insane and if I killed our child he would kill me as well. I called my parents crying that night, begging them for an out, but they said it was my choices that got me here before hanging up. Ever since he found out, he's been forcing me to have unprotected sex, because I'm already pregnant, and if I refuse he holds me down and forces me, saying he wished it wasn't like this, but he has urges and as the woman of the house it's my job to gratify him. If I fight back, he makes me give him blowjobs. He was never like this, but I guess his mask is slipping. I know I need to leave, but I don't know how. Everyone who could help me gave up a long time ago, and now I'm realizing how stupid I was. I slept with a girl who was revealed to me something extremely disturbing. Been chatting with this girl, I don't know that I necessarily saw a future with her from the go, but we got along. Started hooking up, and while we weren't exclusive or officially labeled, we were circling that relationship arena after some time. She would sleep over from time to time and I'd stay at her place too. And this is where it all unraveled. We spent the evening together at her place and decided that I'd stay the night. She showered and got ready for bed before me because I decided to shave my beard and the cleanup took a bit of time. I showered and I was finishing up when I started to hear her giggling and laughing hysterically in bed. I can't hear what she's watching because of the bathroom fan, so I figured she's watching something funny. This keeps on going for a while. And I'm laughing too because she has a contagious laugh. So I'm eager to plop into bed with this girl to see what's so funny. It wasn't funny. It was straight NSFL gore videos of torturing and shooting captives, live leak style, people falling off buildings, gang tortures, etc. Now, I've seen all this stuff before out of morbid curiosity, and videos like that make me a bit more cautious about life and gives me a refreshed appreciation for it, but I don't find it funny. This girl was crying laughing, and acted like I shouldn't be surprised. I didn't say anything. I slept with one eye open. This was last night. I changed the door lock code to my house. I don't know yet how I am going to end this, but it's happening.